Start.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Md.Arshad and he is my friend and his course. Now you can continue.
Good morning, ma'am. This is our first assignment, a project report on changing growth and trends in Android phone in market. So first, this is acknowledgement. You can see here, as you said, the introduction. The Android smartphone market has undergone rapid evaluation over the past decades. We can see advertisements or elsewhere. Here's the age responses we get. Then, when buying an Android phone, what are the functions required? Maximum reactions are born with price and storage, as well as the software upgrades.
The overall conclusion is the prioritization of the price and camera as required function when buying an Android phone in India underscores the core need and priorities of the average consumer in this market. Okay. Then, ma'am, our next question is how often do you upgrade your phone? So, ma'am, basically our main conclusion is the statement 2-3 years as the frequency of Android phone upgrades in India indicates the prevailing trend where users typically replace their devices within their time frame. Now you can continue. Next slide.
Next question: which screen size range do you prefer for your Android smartphone? The conclusion is everyone wants to 6.4 inch size Android phone because many of them has eye issues, so they prefer the big screen sizes. Next question: what is your primary use for your Android smartphones? The conclusion is the prioritization of communications like calls, text, SMS, on chats on WhatsApp, on search on.
Basically, ma'am, social media things.
Yes.
The next question is how important is battery life to you when choosing an Android phone? Everyone, majority of public choose the battery is very important when Android phone because in the technical world we need technology every time in the day, so we need to use mobile phone very much more than previous.
Next one, which camera feature is most important in an Android phone? The conclusion is high megapixel. This is the base thing. Everyone wants the high megapixel.
Everyone flex their memories in social media, and that's why they select their high megapixel cameras.
How interested are you in foldable or rollable Android phones? The lack of interest on foldable Android phones designs among their users in India suggestion combination because they are very expensive and their maintenance cost is rather high.
Technology is not as well as we need. The next question: which processor type do you prioritize in an Android phone? The main conclusion is the prioritization of high-end processors for performance in the Android phones in India significantly tend towards the value and a smooth, responsive, and capable user experience because everyone wants to play game anytime. Okay. The next question is how important is 5G connectivity? In today's world, 5G connectivity is very important. So, in a conclusion, majority of public choose the high performance based and 5G connectivity. The decision to buy a new phone in India refers forward looking consumer base that increasing the technological advancement. Next question.
What is the minimum RAM expected in new phones? The conclusion is the expectations of minimum of 12 GB RAM in a new phone in India demonstrate a clear focus on performance and multitasking capabilities among all the customers. Which brand is leading the current Android market? We all know that the Samsung is the leader of the market and the iOS sector is for one Apple. Then where do you prefer buying a phone? Their conclusion is all of them are physical store in India.
Because many scams are going on my Okay, the question number 3. Which factor do you think is driving the most significant progress in Indian Android market? The Indian's foundation, the Android market in India is significantly driven by advancement and innovation in camera technology. Because as I shared that everyone wants to flex their memories in the social media, and that's why they say that the camera is very important in them. And the question number 4 is, what's your opinion on the increasing trends of software ecosystem integration? Example, Google ecosystem and Samsung. Our main conclusion, the preference for open source and customer software in the context of And the last question, how do you perceive the impact of Chinese smartphone brands? Chinese smartphone brands make a very huge impact in Indian smartphone market, especially Xiaomi and Vivo. Okay, so our main conclusion is the impact of Chinese smartphone brands on the global Android market has been moderate in terms of completely reshaping the entire landscape, but undeniably the significantly providing affordable options and driving increased competition. Thank you, ma'am. This is our total presentation, and that's it, ma'am. That's it from our side. If you have any question, you can text us on WhatsApp.